Can I help you? Is there anything you want to ask me? We have microphone you can use. Okay, pass on the microphone.
Thank you, Ajahn, for opportunity to ask Dhamma to Ajahn. We came from Indonesia. I would like to ask any shortcut way if we want to attain to Nibbana? Or
yes, the shortest one is to become a monk. That's the shortest. That's the Buddha's way. The Buddha had to become a monk first. Then he became enlightened within 6 years. Yeah. But with us we can even be faster because we have a teacher. We have the Buddha as our teacher. And he guaranteed that if you become a monk, you can become enlightened in 7 days. If not 7 days, then 7 months. If not 7 months, then 7 years. He guaranteed. Yeah. So this is the shortest way. Yeah. You have to become a monk.
Oh, but if for a woman?
Same thing. You can become a mechi or a nun. You know, the same thing. There's no difference because what you have to practice is the same. You have to keep the sila, you have to develop samadhi, and you have to develop panya. So it's the same thing whether you're man or woman. And there are monasteries where they can accept women to stay long term to practice. You just have to look around, that's all. Are you ready for the shortcut? Nothing.
Ajahn, I'd like to asking about meditation practice. Actually, is after I reach some like nimitta, I see the nimitta. From nimitta to jhana, it's quite difficult. It's up and down, up and down. How to make it stable? Make our effort to really reach the jhana. And what is actually the benefit of jhana, Ajahn? Can you please explain?
Yes, jhana is good for your mind because it will bring you the real happiness. If you have jhana, your mind will be content, happy, and not hungry. Yes, so you can live without having anything. You can live without money. You can live without a husband or wife. Yeah. But if your mind is not calm, not having jhana, your mind will be desiring, will be hungry. It will hunger for people, things, and money, and everything that we are hungry today. That's because people have no jhana. See? For those who have jhana, then they can live like a monk. They don't need to have anything to make them happy, because they have jhana to make them happy. And in order to have jhana, you have to have strong and continuous mindfulness. Right now, your mindfulness is not continuous, comes and goes. Sometimes you forget to be mindful. Then you let your thought keep thinking. When you keep thinking, your mind cannot become calm, cannot enter into jhana. Only way to enter into jhana, you have to stop thinking. And the way to stop thinking is to concentrate your mind on one object, such as a mantra, like Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. If you don't like mantra, you can concentrate on your body movement. Just keep watching your body, whatever you do, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Tie your mind to the body. Don't let your mind go think about other things. Yeah. But this is not easy for lay people, because lay people have to think about work, about people, about responsibilities. So that's why you have to become a monk. See? When you become a monk, then you have no work, no people to worry, to engage, to think about. then you can concentrate on your body, or you can concentrate on your mantra. Once you can do this, when you sit, then your mind can enter into jhana very quickly. 5 minutes you can enter into jhana. If your mindfulness is continuous, if you can focus your mind on one object, such as a mantra. In the case if you're sitting down, then you focus on your breath. Then you can make your mind to enter into jhana very easily. So you need to be free from other obligation, other activities. If you still have to involve yourself with other activity with people, then you will not be able to concentrate on one object. Then you cannot stop thinking. Then you cannot enter into jhana. When you have no jhana, you have no happiness. So you have to go look for happiness from outside of your body, your mind, like going for money, for people and places to make you happy. So you have to try to develop a lot of mindfulness. You can do this, but it's difficult, as I said, if you are working. So it will be easier on your day off. If you're not working, then try to isolate yourself from everybody, from everything, and then you focus on developing mindfulness. Focus on concentrating on one object, either with your body or with a mantra. And when you can sit, then sit as long as possible. If you keep doing this, eventually I think you will be able to enter into jhana. Once you know how to enter, then you can do it all the time. Okay?
And after we have jhana, is it directly we have the wisdom, or it's different thing? How to develop the wisdom also?
Well, when you enter jhana, you discover a new form of happiness. That's also wisdom. To know that there are other kind of happiness besides the kind of happiness that people are looking for. Happiness from wealth, happiness from having contact with the sensual gratification. There are other kind of happiness, and this is the happiness from jhana. So you have developed a new knowledge. This is also considered to be wisdom, to know that now you can be happy without having to have money, without having to have a husband or a wife. You don't have to be anything, you don't have to be anybody to be happy. You don't have to go anywhere to make happy. So this is wisdom. You have discovered the real happiness, the easier kind of happiness, because you don't have to rely on anything or anybody to make you happy. All you have to have is mindfulness, strong mindfulness, continuous mindfulness. Then you can have this kind of happiness. So this is part of the wisdom that you gain from entering into jhana. But after you come out of jhana, then your desires hasn't been destroyed, it will come up. Then you need another kind of wisdom. This kind of wisdom is to tell yourself that to do what your desire asks you to do is bad. It can only hurt you, because what you desire for can only satisfy you temporarily, can only make you happy briefly. And when that happiness disappears, it will make you sad again. So everything that you go after in this world is temporary happiness. And when they disappear, they will only make you sad. So this is what you have to keep teaching your mind, so that you can resist your desire to go after things in this world. And then it's better for you to go back into jhana, where you can have the permanent kind of happiness. Once you know how to have jhana, you can always have it all the time. So this is the way to get rid of all your desire, which cause you to have rebirth. Once you can get rid of all your desire, then there will be no more rebirth, no more aging, sickness and death. So this is the wisdom that you have to develop when you come out of jhana. You have to tell your mind that nothing in this world is permanent. Nothing can give you long-term happiness. Everything is short-term, and once it disappears, it will only cause you sadness and misery. So keep teaching your mind this. Every time you have the desire for something, then you say, oh, it's better not to have it. It's better to have jhana. So you have a choice. See? You have a choice between having jhana or having a wife or a husband for happiness. If you have a wife, sometimes she can get mad at you, then that happiness will disappear. Or if she departed, she separated from you, then you become sad again. But you can always have jhana. So with this wisdom, you would say, I better have jhana and stop having anything else, because everything in this world is only temporarily. They don't last. They are anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anicca, temporary. Dukkha is sadness, unhappiness. Anatta, you cannot keep them. You cannot force them to be with you all the time. They come and go as they like. So this is wisdom that you have to develop regarding all the things in this world. Whether it be money, people, or even your body, they are all anicca, dukkha, anatta. If you see them, then you can then let go of your desire to possess them, to have them. Then once there is no desire, then your mind will be peaceful and happy. Then you don't have to enter into jhana, because your mind can be happy without jhana. Because the thing that makes your mind not happy is your desire. See. So once you get rid of all your desire, then there will be no agitator that will cause any sadness or dissatisfaction. So once you have no desire, then your mind will be always happy and peaceful. Then you don't have to practice any more Dhamma. You don't have to develop mindfulness. You don't have to enter into jhana. You don't have to use wisdom anymore, because the problem that you have to use to solve is already been solved. You have to get rid of all your desire. You need samadhi, you need mindfulness, you need wisdom to get rid of your desire. Once you got rid of them, then you no longer need samadhi or wisdom or mindfulness. It's like they are like medicine. See, when you're sick, you have to take medicine. But after your sickness disappears, then you don't need to take medicine anymore. See, the Buddha and his noble disciple, once they became enlightened, once they have completely got rid of their desire, they don't have to practice Dhamma anymore. They don't have to be mindful, they don't have to enter into jhana, they don't have to use wisdom. But they use them occasionally as the need arises, but not for getting rid of any desire, because all the desire have been got rid of permanently. Okay? So try to keep the precept, practice dana, and practice mindfulness, develop mindfulness, and sit in meditation and contemplate on anicca, dukkha, anatta to develop wisdom. Then one day you will achieve the goal, you will become enlightened like the Buddha. Okay? Is that good enough for you? Alright. Okay, then I will give the Thai people the chance to ask questions. If you want to leave, you are welcome to. If you want to sit and listen, it's up to you. But you won't understand what we're talking about. We have some more books in English you can go pick up on the other building there. Just go take a look. It's put on a shelf and pick up whatever you want. Okay? May you be well and happy and advance in your Dhamma practice. Okay.